12:16 a.m. in the morning. Let me stop playing with y'all. Well, I took down my hair because it was doing too much. But I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to share with you guys what the Holy Spirit was just having me think on and meditate on as I was doing my prayer walk earlier today. But I was thinking about Genesis 19 when God was about to blow up Sodom and Gomorrah, and Abraham interceded on the city's behalf and on Lot's behalf, and God honored the prayer. And so God sent in two angels to go and rescue Lot and his family from the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And so in Genesis 19, verse 17, the angels go in, and this is what happens. So it says, as soon as the men had brought them out, one of them said, run for your lives, do not look back, and do not stop anywhere on the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But Lot replied, no, my lords, please. Your servant has indeed found favor in your sight, and you have shown me great kindness by sparing my life. But I cannot run to the mountains. The disaster will overtake me. And so Lot was like, he was going to die. He said, look, there's a town nearby where I can flee, and it is a small place. Please let me flee there. Is it not a small place? Then my life will be saved. So what the Holy Spirit was having me think about this was, what if Lot just would have went with plan A? What if Lot just would have went with the original instructions that God had given the two angels to give to Lot and his family? What could have happened? We know that Lot did not go with plan A. He ran to the nearest town. His wife looked back, ended up turning into a pillar of salt. This filter is filtering. His wife looked back, turned to a pillar of salt. His daughters got him drunk and then molested him, raped him. But what if he would have followed those first set of instructions when God told the angels to tell Lot to run for your lives, do not look back, and do not stop anywhere on the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But what if Lot just would have followed those first set of instructions? See, God was showing me that God was trying to take Lot to an elevated place in him. Because it wasn't his fault that he was technically in Sodom and Gomorrah, because Abraham wasn't even supposed to bring Lot with him when God told Abraham to flee and get away from his idolatrous family. But Abraham took it upon himself to bring Lot. There's a whole backstory to that. So God was being merciful to Lot on Abraham's behalf. But if Lot just would have followed the instructions that God gave the angels, the original plans, if Lot just would have rolled with plan A, who's to say how his story could have turned out? But clearly he didn't have enough faith or trust in God that he could even flee to the mountains. He was like, no, I'm going to die. Let me just go into the next town. But when God is trying to take you higher, just trust him. Just follow his plan A. He's omniscient. He cannot steer you. My bad, the thing cut off. But God is omniscient. He cannot steer you wrong. Just follow God's plan A for your life. You know, it's so tempting to be like Lot when the Holy Spirit tells us to do something and we be like, well, Lord, I don't know if I can really do it like that. Or if God say, oh, I want you to do this tomorrow or next week. And we'd be like, that's kind of soon. Can I do it 2 weeks from now? Can I do it next month? when the Holy Spirit is releasing his divine instructions on what he wants us to do, when he wants us to do it, how he wants us to do it, it is in our best interest to follow God's plan A, his original instructions for our life. It's for our benefit. It is for his glory. So I just want to come on here this morning and encourage you guys. I felt led by the Holy Spirit. I know someone needs to hear this. When the Holy Spirit was talking to me about it earlier today, it was definitely a blessing to my soul and mind. And let's just be more committed to Jesus, and let us trust him beyond our human mind, beyond our human capacity and perspective. God is omniscient. He got you. God said, go with plan A.